Well, like most seasons, still trying to get the roster in shape. Uh, Sometimes things happen late that you're not aware of, et cetera, et cetera. But right now, I think we're ready to go. Uh, Looking forward to some new players in the program. A lot of moving parts. Lost a lot of players offensively from last year's team. Still have a lot of guys back, but some new offensive linemen, a couple new receivers, new quarterback, new tight ends. So it'll be, a work in progress, and that's why you have preseason camp. But we've got a good nucleus. Well, we've got a lot more players back defensively. We've had a group that's been playing for a while now that are now juniors. When you look at it, 7, 8, 9 of those guys have started before. Little bit of inexperience in the D-line inside. We've got some, linebackers obviously back that have played D ends, and the whole secondary's back. So, and we got some young guys that we're working in that were backups last year that'll push for playing time. So, a lot more experience in regards to being in the program on defense than offense. But then again, a lot of the new players that are on offense are older transfers that have played out, at other places.
Rock football right around the corner. Opening game coming up against non-conference Wayne State. We're excited. We got a lot of work to do in camp, but really excited. We won the PSAC West last 4 years in a row, been in the national playoffs 4 years in a row, but we lost our goal. Our goal is always to compete and win a PSAC championship and compete for a national championship. But we're really excited about this upcoming season with our squad. We had a great recruiting class. Then at the end of spring, we filled some immediate needs from the transfer portal. But I like our football team. We added some additions of our coaching staff as well. But if you look at offensively, we got a lot of veteran leadership, especially on the offensive line, at the receiving. New quarterback in Braden Long. Defensively, we lost some good players, but we're going to get some immediate impact at the linebacker position from the transfer portal. And we like our secondary. It's just a grind in the West, and every game is going to be a test for us. But we have big goals in our program, and hopefully we'll come together and be ready to go for this upcoming season.
Yeah, just excited to get the guys back on campus. I feel like we got a lot of position battles. We graduated a good number of guys last year. We have talented players that it's their turn to step up, so interested in quite a few position battles during preseason camp. Yeah, Matt's an unbelievable leader for us. I don't know that I've coached another guy that gives the effort that Matt Tobey gives, whether it's running down on kickoff as a 3-year starter or pass rushing against bigger offensive tackles. Whatever it is, Matt Tobey's going to give you everything that he has. He's a leader by example for our defense, and we're excited to have him back inside linebacker. Yeah, we had 2 guys in a healthy competition in spring ball, and so we're excited to get them back. Both of those guys spent the summer here working out and throwing with their teammates. So we're excited to get that battle going, and we'll see where it goes. We think we have 2 really good ones, and we're excited to see where it goes. It's every week's going to be a grind. I think Edinburgh's gotten a lot better. Gannon had a really good year last year. Seton Hill's been getting better every year. IUP and Slippery Rock are always at the top. Mercyhurst got a new coaching staff a couple years ago. Clarion got a new staff. So a lot of energy in the conference right now. When you get new coaches in and they start to build their program after year 1, year 2, I think it's going to be a great year for the PSAC West, and we got to be ready to play each week.
We're really proud of how our guys performed in 22, and we're optimistic for the 23 season. We only graduated a small class this past year, but unfortunately those guys were excellent players and great leaders, and so they'll be huge shoes to fill. But we feel like we have a great nucleus of returning players. We have a lot of guys that have started 25, 30 games here at Gannon, so we're going to lean on their experience a lot. And then we have some talented young guys that I think are ready to step in there and show what they're capable of doing. I think the strength of our team, I think offensive line, we return all those guys. We had 6 guys that started last year. That'll be an experienced group for us this fall, and hopefully their play will reflect that. Our receiving core, all of our receivers that caught a pass last year are back. So we're hoping that they'll be a really big weapon for us on offense. And then I think the secondary on defense is a really talented and experienced group. They have a almost all of them have played at least 20 games here at Gannon, and we're hoping that they have another fantastic year this year.
We're very excited here at Edinboro for the 2023 season. There are high expectations in our program. We have 16 to 22 starters returning from the 2022 season, highlighted by All-American punter Reed Martin. And then on the offensive side of the ball, Thaddeus Stanfield and Gabe Holslander were second team All PSAC selections in 2022. They're returning. And then Clay Cunningham is also returning from the defensive side, and he was a second team selection as well. From top to bottom, I think we have a really good mesh of young guys and older guys. You know, I look at the snapshot of 2022, and we had a lot of young guys have to step into roles due to injuries and played significant time for us. The great thing is we're getting our guys healthy from the 2022 season, and all of the players that stepped in those roles are back. So we're deep. As a coaching staff, we feel very confident with our roster, and we're really excited about the opportunity to watch them compete. This league is extremely difficult because it's a physical league, and that's how much I got a lot of respect for the way teams play football in the PSAC, and especially the PSAC West. So we're going to have to take it one game at a time. You know, it's a long season. We're going to have to stay healthy and get on a roll, but we're really excited about the opportunity and the challenges that the PSAC West is going to present for us.
Outlook going into 2023, a lot of returning, players. I think when you lose the likes of Jalen McDuffie, all-conference defensive player, Nario Walks, who was a really, really important player for us on defense as well, and Jaden Mack. So some heavy hitters we lost, but however we'll return 7 starters on the defensive side of the ball, 9 starters on the offensive side of the ball. So we actually are coming in pretty experienced. Most excited to see the addition of a new offensive coordinator in our new scheme to use the pieces that have already been in place. We'll be returning 4 starting offensive linemen, as well as Jaquan McGriff and Kyron Curgett in the backfield, right? And then outside, still having Mark Bales, Ethan Thane, and Tyon Battle, as good, proven playmakers outside. We feel really, really good to have the offense lift their production to maybe fill in some of the holes of what was a dominant defense last season.
College football right now is an exciting time in the summer. The players are starting to come in. They're moving in a dorm and we're starting practice. Now is the time to get ready to play a season. We worked extremely hard in the spring to develop the players and get stronger and faster. And now we're going to see what we're going to be able to do. Excited about our first recruiting class that we got. Now we got to put together all the new faces with all the guys that are returning and make a football team out of them. And that's my job to do that. Offensively, it was great to have Coach Speckman back. He came here about a week before we started practice. Now the players know the terminology and everything, and now we'll be a lot better there. But Khalil Owens is a name that you heard around here for a little bit. It's been an all-conference 2 years in a row. I think we're going to have a great competition at the quarterback spot. We got some returning guys on the offensive line that knows the system, and I think we got a lot of talent at wide receiver right now. Tight end, we got a couple guys that I think can do well in our offensive scheme. So I'm looking forward to seeing how much we improve this year. Defensive side of the ball, we got a lot of returners there, guys that have played a lot. But we got a lot of players coming in, and I think we're going to have great competition on the defensive side of the ball. So now we're looking forward to the 23 season and seeing what we can do.
I think it's just going into the second year and things that you look at from year to year, your calendars, your recruiting, everything, and how can we make it better as we get into camp here in August and figuring out best scheduling, especially with having an earlier Thursday night game, just getting prepared and making sure that we're ready. So it's really just staying better organized this year, keeping the factors of the culture and what we want to push from year to year with the kids. And I would say those are probably the biggest things, is just making sure that we hit all those notes before we get to camp.